Very good afternoon, brother. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much for asking. What about you?
Yes, I'm fine too. Okay, so today, let's talk about Indian education, right? Like recently in 2020, 2020, I don't know exactly, 2020 or 29, like a government has
Mhm.
implemented new education policy. According to that education policies, like
Mhm.
government has given one statement, like all the states should be follow their own language for education. Okay, and
Mhm.
we will yeah, and we will provide engineering like engineering kind of like education with the same language, like it's the regional language, whether that is Hindi, Kannada, Malayalam, anything. But I will provide engineering education in own language. So my question is that if I just complete my graduation with Hindi medium, if I just go in
Mhm.
engineering college and I complete my engineering in Hindi medium, okay, and government is not insure me, government is not like insured me, I will provide to you job, like after completing
Mhm.
your engineering in Hindi college, so I will provide you job as well. So do you think that this statement is good for a student who just going to entered in college and like they will complete their graduation in engineering college with the regional language, and after when government even government haven't told that I will provide a job, and the person who doesn't know how to speak English, so do you think that that person going to get the job after completing their graduation?
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Mm,
Government, yeah.
yes.
The government should have said this as well, because when government gave this statement that uh, they can study in their regional language. So actually, they should ensure that they are going to give job according to their communication and their language, what they speak. If they don't know about English, so how they are going to get job? So I think it is not good. It is not good. Government should have mentioned this as well, that they are going to get a job after that in
Mhm.
their regional language as
Mhm.
well. But how will they provide
Mhm.
that job, bro? I think, how will government provide that job in the regional language? Because there are so many things which is in English language. And English is compulsory, so English should be compulsory there as well. So if they are saying this, so that's not good according to me. According to you, what should be the good thing?
No, gov- whatever government has set up for the student, it would be like a good for villager who come from village area who has like a lack of awareness, like who completed their
Hmm.
schooling in Hindi medium. So they feel good to go in engineering college and they get like a same atmosphere, they get like a Hindi atmosphere, and they will learn all the things in Hindi medium. Okay, but the question is
Easily.
that after completing their graduation, if they are not able to speak
Hmm.
English, they are not able to understand English, then it will create problem for getting job. If government is not
Hmm.
going to insure you, I will provide the job. So how could you get the job? Like if you know English, then you can move outside of country. You can move South India for getting job, right? But if
Right.
your own state government is not like planning for your job, so I think that kind of education is worthless for us. So it's far
Right.
better to do and get like a communication skill as well.
Hmm. Right. You are right. Yeah. If a state government is not going to give you that job and you know only a single language, so how will you get that job and you will be unemployed? I think your entire life. So I think government should. Okay, so, I don't have to talk about the government. I have to talk about the unemployment of the boys, of the bachelor students, people who have passed their bachelor. So yeah, so they will definitely feel difficulty, bro. Since the number of people, the number of students is very high, and the jobs are very less. Jobs are very few. Jobs are there, so they are not going to get job in their region. So it will be quite difficult. It will be definitely quite difficult. Somewhere for the
Mhm.
villagers, as you said that it would be better for them. But not somewhere little bit better for them. They will be able to get that they get that degree, but not job. After having that degree, if you are not going to get jobs, then what is the use of that degree? So government should
Yes,
not do
right.
this. Yeah. So the educational policy is already is in trend. That is better than this, according to me.
Mhm. And what do you think that like education should be based on like our internal growth, our like internal growth, or like education should be based on our like just for getting job?
Both both aspects should be there. Internal growth and job as well. Because if you're not going to get a job, that's not good. Yeah, you can even start in entrepreneurship. That will be work for you. That will work for you. But talking about the internal things. So if you are educated and still you are talking like a illiterate person, that's not good. Okay, so internal improvement should be there, and job is also required because nowadays all the people can't become entrepreneur. Every single person can't become entrepreneur, and it's hard to get a job to every person as well. So yeah, internalizing will be better option. But job,
Mm.
you can't deny jobs as well.
Mm.
That's in actually I would like to give importance equally to both things.
And what you have missed in your school life, like what kind of things you have missed it, and now you are regret about that. Like you thought that if I had that things at my school, so might be now I'm more better to that other one just who has like a good lifestyle.
Android mobile phone, Android 4G, 5G mobile phone, YouTube awareness and things which I have this time and people have this time. I didn't have those kind of things, and I used to sit. I was backbencher, I would say, not very bad at study, but I was backbencher. I would sit behind the seat in the last bench, and I would say, okay, let's enjoy it. But now when I feel, yeah, that was a very bad thing. I uh, should have sat on the first or second or third bench, and awareness should be there. Hmm. So yeah, should have there, but it was not. Yeah. So first thing is that the mobile phone, and initially we are not aware. Sorry, your video is frozen. Okay, not frozen. Okay, you were not moving. No worries. You were not moving, so you were looking at me like this. So I thought, okay, your video is frozen. Hmm. So mobile phone is there, brother. Revolutionized.
It's better now.
Oh, now it's better. Hmm.
Okay.
So I'm done. I'm done with my topic. I have very less
Okay,
things
so
to say.
like
Hmm.
okay, so you think that like if on that on that moment if I had like mobile phone, so definitely I could do
Hmm.
better,
Hmm.
which I have right now. So I'm trying for that.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
that's good.
Hmm.
And I would say
Right.
like
According to you.
when I was
Hmm.
studying at my school, actually like I was not good at student. Okay, class 1 to 10. Even in ninth class, I was not able to read Hindi proper, like read and write Hindi proper. When I was studying in class
Hmm.
9, to be honest.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Hmm.
So I just believe God. Like my father told me, actually I wanted to be cricketer, and I'm good at cricket. So all the time I was playing cricket match, like day in day night. When I get time, just like go outside of house and play cricket match. So I wanted to be cricketer, but like my family, like they are not financially strong. So I was not able to afford like academic fees. So I thought like then one day my father motivated me like if you are not going to do study, so how you will make your career? And on the other hand, you see your brother, he's like a educated person and everyone knows him, and he's the topper of your school. And apart from that, you are just like nothing as compared to him. So what's your future plan? So I said to my father, even I don't know how to read, write Hindi. So when I sit on the seat, so I don't know what teacher is teaching on the blackboard. So it's very, it's very irritating, atmosphere for me on the college. So then I said to my father, then my father said to me, don't worry, you have to go school regularly. First of all, just think we have to go school regularly and we have to sit in front bench. Okay. It doesn't matter, teacher is just like punishing you. It's okay. You have to accept. Think that that is, it's kind of, a gift from like a teacher. So I did like that. I was going regularly to school and I'm sitting on the front bench. I was thinking what they are telling, in the ninth class, I was not able to understand what they are dividing, multiplying, and like subtracting. So I was totally confused what they are doing on the blackboard, right? So after nine, then I just entered in 10th class. So then I got one teacher, and that teacher was amazing. I would say, that name is Avnas Yadav, right? So I under to his guidance, whatever he just said to me, I did same thing. After that, I don't know how to got the knowledge. After 10th class, in when I entered in 11th, I just I become monitor at my school. To be honest, I don't know how the things
Oh,
I don't know how the things are going inside my mind, and everything it seems like very easy for me, like physics, chemistry, math, English, everything. And then I started for doing worship. So I thought this is the is kind of
magic.
miracles which happened in
Miracle.
my life. Okay. So then, when in class 11th, my father went in my school for just looking my scorecard. So some teacher said to my father's your son is good at class and he's a topper. This time he got good score in the class. So my father came, and when I just came my house, my father said that, oh, you've done good things. Then I said, yes, I'm just doing a study. I stopped to thinking about cricket things you have told to me. So now I'm thinking about study. And I don't know, so that's why I would say all the a student who just studying class 9, 10th, 11, don't think actually life is a part of journey, not the destiny, right? In the journey you will get different kind of thing. You will have to think what we have to do for our life. For example, if you are weak in maths, so don't think that might be maths, it would be not better career for your life. Something is
Do something else.
better for your
Sorry,
career, but you
cutting
have to
you
get
brief.
something, you have to.
No,
Yes.
no, please see it.
So yes, and then after when I just completed my schooling, so I thought that in first year, I think in the first year I got mobile phone, and that was a small touch mobile phone, 3 GB, 3G, yeah, 3G. So I was using this, I was watching some YouTube at all. I had no awareness about YouTube at all. I was watching some researches like discovery and some different kind of thing. But in third year, when I just came in third year, then my sister has given me one new mobile phone, and that mobile phone I'm using, and that it's around 4 and 5 years old mobile phone which I'm using.
Still, you use that mobile phone. Oh,
Hmm?
great, great. So okay, still you're using that phone. It's been 4 to 5 years. Hmm.
Yes,
Okay, okay.
right.
So
4 and 5.
as you narrated your story, so I got to know about one thing. If you get proper guidance, so you can you rectify yourself very soon, isn't it?
Yes,
So
right.
proper guidance matters a lot. Uh, yeah, I have seen actually I was not very bad at all the things, but two things were there. In English, I would know some things. In math, I was so tolerant, so bad, I would say. When I was in high school in
Hmm.
10th standard, so once I joined a coaching class. I went there and
Hmm.
teacher gave me one thing. Teacher gave me a very easiest thing, sorry. yeah, thing. So when I started solving that, so he told me that you have to solve this question. I was not aware even 1%. I didn't know even 1%. Honestly, I'm telling you. He said to me that you have to do it anyhow. I said that I don't know even 1%. So how can I do that? So he made me
Mm-hmm.
realize that you have to do this, this, that, and his guidance was astounding. Brilliant. He was brilliant. So he made me understand
Mm-hmm.
that math. So I was not very good at math, but at anyhow I managed to pass my high school, and then I left math because math was something which was rushing upon my head. I was not even this time. Whenever I look at math, sometimes what happened, I have seen that when we get proper guidance, so after a long time, I watched some channel, and there I found that they are teaching you this particular. They will tell you about this particular question. Now you are able to know about this. Then they will tell you they will give you 4 to 5, 4 5. Means you won't be able to understand. Only little different is there, and I'm unable to rectify and identify that. So I would say English, sorry, math was something which I couldn't understand in my entire life. Yeah, except these four things: additions, subtraction, and multiplication and division. Except these four things, otherwise I don't know anything in math. And in English, I was not so bad. I was not so bad. Talking about communication skills, I was not good at that, even after completing my masters. But I had knowledge. I would read English when I used to be child. I was in third class, and I was on the third position in my entire school. I think approx 200 boys were there, including uh, kindergarten to to fifth class. There were, I think, 250 students, and in the test, I got third position, and one mistake was only there. Saturday, SATARDAY. I did that, but exact meaning already SATUR. So this was the only mistake
Yeah.
that time. So my base was so strong. My base was so strong, but what happened after some time, I when I got a bad company. When I got bad company, so they started teaching me mischievous thing that leave your hour when I'm learning, I'm studying, I'm sitting in the college, sitting on the bench in the class. So they will tell me, okay, let's go outside, let's chill. So I used to go there, and I started chilling. So by the God grace, couldn't they couldn't teach me intoxication, but they made me realize that there is nothing kept in study. You shouldn't study anymore, but so they distracted me. Still, I was not so bad. I got 75.5 in high school, and in inter 68.4. It is not is a very bad. It's a pretty normal. And but my score was so down in BCom. In BCom, I got only 54%. In MCom, 60%. But at that point of time, my study was exhausted. My study was not up to the mark. Anyhow, I managed that. But before 1.5 year, I thought now I have no option left. Let's do something. Let's at least try once our hand in anything. So I thought I have only one option left, that is English. So I started working on
Mm.
little bit English language. Still, I feel that when I'm unable to think about anything and I'm not getting even a single word, so I feel little frustrated and demotivated even this time as well. So yeah, study
Mm.
is like this though. No, I'm done. My answer.
So you have done your schooling in Hindi medium or English
It was
medium?
not answered on my story.
Hmm?
Whether your videos stucking a lot. Hmm.
I don't. Okay, now it's fine.
Now it's okay. Now it's fine.
Okay, I'm saying when you are schooling in Hindi medium or English medium.
Hindi medium, brother. Hindi medium. Lower kindergarten. I'm talking about LKG, lower kindergarten to MCom, Master of Commerce. Everything was in Hindi, pure Hindi. Nothing was there in terms of English. Only English was there as a subject. Okay, so till the 12th standard, English was there only, and nothing here and there. So they used to tell us, they would teach us pretty normal English. So whatever English I would know by myself, so I knew that thing only. Otherwise, nothing. Then I started. But what I did in between, whenever I would find a difficult word, it was in my mind. I didn't know that I have to become an English speaker and I have to learn English and what I have to do. I was not aware about that. But whenever I used to find a difficult word, so I would always go on Google and search that meaning. Then I feel, wow, now it's okay. There were some few meanings whenever I would see, and yeah, and how you can sometimes understand it and you can assume it like a comparison. Whenever I would see that my peer and my friend is using English language in his Facebook post. Only Facebook post when I would see that he is using a lot of words. So I would go there and I find, oh my God, he knows, I don't know how. Let us find some difficult word. So I would find some difficult word and I note down means I pointed out those words and I would go on Google Translator. There I would find those meanings. Then I would feel substantial. Okay, now it's okay. At least I can understand. So yeah, so this burning desire was from the very long time in me, but I didn't get a chance to do that. Even I had no courage. This time, before you call, I was making my own video. Okay, I read a story. No, not read a story. I watched the story 2 or 3 times, and I narrated it in the evening time. And now I was going to record it. I was recording, but I was not getting appropriate words because there were few smart words as well, few difficult words. So I tried to use those words. But when I would not find those words, yeah, but when I didn't find those words, so I was demotivated that why I'm not getting these words. So it happens with us. We are never substantial. We never feel satisfaction. Whatever we need, if we are getting instantly and very soon, then it is fine. Otherwise, it's not okay. We do not find rarely. I tell you all the time. I try to use even in this time. I'm trying to use a lot of words, but I'm not getting. So I end up speaking about them with pretty normal words. I do that. Mhm.
So like I have one question. Like lot of like learner they concern about like advanced vocabulary. They're not concerned
Mhm.
about how to speak correct English. They concern about like
Mhm.
how to use advanced vocabulary, right? So
Mhm.
what do you think that like we have to think about our communication or we have to think about like for using like advanced vocabulary? Like just for understanding we have to learn all the things. Just for understanding we have need to learn all the things like phrases and like advanced vocabulary just for understanding. For example, if you get connect to native speaker, then on that moment you will have to understand what they are speaking in front of you, right? But for like speaking we have to think about like how to speak like a better English. Okay,
Mhm.
how to speak
Mhm.
like a better like people can understand what my thought. So what do you think
Mhm.
that like you have need to worry about like using advanced vocabulary or we have need to think about like how to speak better English? Like,
Mhm.
what's your
Our
opinion?
first,
I would
yeah, it's a good question. It's a good question. Though our major concern should be on the things which we are delivering and the message which we are delivering and which we are trying to make other person understand that this is my thing.
mm,
And if we are good at our English
mm,
and communication is effective, means I'm able to make you understand. So this should be our priority. And second thing is that uh, accuracy matters a lot. Accuracy should be there. Okay. Then fluency, and after these all the things we should go for vocabulary part. And if we are talking to a intermediate level person, so if we know very fancy vocabulary, so we shouldn't use those vocabulary in conversation. When you find that this person is very fluent and native speaker, that time we can use those vocabulary. And if we are using fancy words, fancy vocabulary, other person is unable to understand, then it is not worthwhile. We shouldn't use them. Hmm.
Yes,
But
right. So,
right, and I will. Okay, let me tell you little more things.
yeah,
Actually,
yeah,
learning
go ahead.
advanced words. Okay, learning advanced words is not an offense, is not sin. Okay, we can learn, but we need to understand where to use them and with whom we need to use it. This is the thing.
Yes, but now, like, if you, I'm just talking to the people who just like trying to speak better English, so they have need to think about how to speak good English, and they learn like a
Hmm.
vocabulary just for understanding, not for using. Okay, like for
Hmm, hmm,
example,
hmm.
you
Yeah, yeah.
get
I missed
a
that.
good speaker. If you get to
Hmm,
connect like a good speaker, you know how need to like
hmm.
use advanced vocabulary, right? Like you have need to like understand what they are speaking in
Understand.
front of you.
Right.
Yeah, this is important for us, not for like important for us to using like advanced vocabulary. And lot of teachers they are suggesting you have to use advanced vocabulary. Like this is not correct way. You have to like teach how to use like situational sentences, how to use like conditional sentences, like how to use like you know some normal phrases, right? It would be better for them, but they're trying to say like you have to use idiom, you have to use phrases, but that person doesn't know how to speak but like a correct English. So you
Hmm.
expect that that person can use that phrases and idiom on correct way.
Hmm.
So now we don't know
It's
how to use
impossible.
like a grammar, so how we can use
Hmm.
those kind of things.
Right, right, right. Uh, so actually, the thing you said, I admire you, and actually, I was about to say this. Means we need to understand fancy vocabs. Why? Because we need to, because when we are going to listen any kind of fancy, means any kind of podcast or any kind of video we are going to watch, so at that time we don't have time to note down those vocabulary and go on Google Translator, find that meaning, then understand, then go for that. So it would be better if we find if we know those fancy vocabularies, the meaning of those fancy words, then it is fine. So in order to understand, that is fantastic. But in order to make other person understand, no need to use those words. Use
Use,
normal word.
but how
Mhm.
but we have need to learn why, because sometimes what happen when you just connect with a good speaker, so they use some
Mm.
fancy and like advanced
Use.
vocabulary,
Mm.
and
Mm.
if you haven't prepared for before, so it's very difficult to pronounce that word at that moment. Then you feel like embarrassed, then you think that oh my English is not good. So we have need to
Mm.
prepare just for understanding, and sometimes we also can use after listening someone. If somebody they use like a barbarian, so if you prepare for barbarian, so definitely you can pronounce clearly at that moment.
Right. 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 So, and I think that we need to, so for this, we need to focus on tongue twisters as well. Because sometimes I find, whenever I find where I read something or I find the vocabulary anywhere and I'm unable to pronounce it, then what I do, I find some similar words and I do tongue twisters. I mean, there are some words you will find so difficult. Talking about only pretty normal, strong, and you find some vocabulary related to this, you'll find you are struggling a lot to pronounce it. Strong. Now your tongue is going upside and it is hitting to your jaw and then coming back. So it seems little difficult. But how it is possible to do this thing easily when you do it over and over again? You replicate it again and again, so it will become your habit and it will not feel you a struggle and a challenge. We can do it. I do sometimes, but this task is a tough task because you are not going to achieve it anyhow. Means when you are speaking it, so it will take you a lot of time, and even it may take you 3 to 4 days to pronounce a word correctly, and then it will fix in your mind as well. But there are a
And
lot
you
of
know,
words, so
like
I'm able to recall them.
just,
Mhm. Please go
just
ahead.
for like a pronounce, just for pronounce the words, like I also face a lot of difficulties. Why? Because even before when I was studying at my college, I was not using like professional Hindi. Like I use my local language, okay, Awadhi language,
Hmm.
and I'm used to speak Awadhi only. Like if I cities area, even I just try to
I
use
also.
Awadhi. I don't we know how need to use like professional Hindi. So when I started for learning this language, so I was facing a lot of problem. Like even I don't know how to use like a vocabulary. A means like we have to use like don't like say a. It's like a wrong
Hmm.
pronunciation. For example, if you want to say like academy, academy, don't say academy, academy.
Hmm.
That is academy,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So like so just like gradually I just now I'm observing the things like how people they are using like A alphabet, B alphabet, like bha, like that is bha, not B, like bha, basic, like don't say like basic. So like in Indian people they use basic, but that is not basic, that is basic. Like we have to use like a bha, not ba. So if I'm like, but when I
Okay.
just talk with the people, Indian people, so we have need to use ba. Otherwise, they think that we are just pretending.
Pretending, right? You are right. Yes, but pure English, whatever you said, it is right. You don't have to. You can't say come on. You can't say come on, isn't it?
Yes, come on.
You mean
Like
come on?
for C, we have to
Hmm.
use ka, not ka. They say like computer, not
Computer,
computer.
not ta. Yeah, even we can't use ta. We will use ta. Computer,
Yeah,
computer, isn't it?
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, right. You're saying right. Hmm.
Right, Nancy.
But it's very
Hmm.
difficult. It's very difficult to use this kind of pronunciation when you connect to Indian people, right?
Hmm.
They are just
Hmm.
like using same kind of vocabularies, like they are speaking like a same pronunciation. Then it seems like okay, let's
Hmm.
speak with them only. Just
Hmm.
don't use like a thumb.
Right,
Otherwise, they will
right,
think
right.
about me.
Mm-hmm. There are so many things, brother. So when you go for that, we feel sometimes ridiculous it as well because now till now we have been saying it computer, computer, very simple in English, yeah, Indian accent in English and Indian accent, but in British accent because our English, I think the English we speak hail from British. Can we say like this? We are speaking British English or not, or American English. We are speaking British English, I think.
Actually, like we are speaking mix up English, like a British and like American. Okay, like we are
Mm-hmm.
not using only like UK's. Even sometimes people, they confuse. They say like, "Have you had your dinner? Have you had your dinner?" Right? Somebody they say like, "Have you finished your dinner?" Right? So like on this moment, had is showing for getting thing. Like, have you got your dinner? It means got means like
Mm-hmm.
you have taken your dinner, right? So
Mm-hmm.
had it's like showing like it means like you have taken, like had is also it's kind of vocabulary which you can use for taking,
Mm-hmm.
right? So like most of the time UK's people they use like a got with like a have. For example, have you got your results? Have you got your results? Okay, but if you're trying to use like American, then they say like have you like you can say that have you taken your result, right? They don't use like a got, but UK they use like have got with same way, and then after that they use like a third form, like have you got completed
Mm-hmm.
your
Third form the word.
graduation, but completed your
Mm-hmm.
result, but in America they say have you completed your result, like that, have you completed your graduation, sorry. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, great! You have a profound knowledge of English. Hmm.
No, like I'm also just trying to learn this language. Even before 1 year, I was
No, no
not
worries.
able to speak anything, and so
Hmm.
I'm concerned about this. And definitely, I will be
Me
a good
too.
speaker within 1 year. Hmm.
Hmm.
And
So you are
I
a good
just
speaker.
after I'm watching some Mukundanand's video, like Mukundanand Swami. Like might be you heard about that name, like this man,
I have
this
heard.
man.
Yes, yes, I have heard. I have heard. Yeah,
Yes.
I know Mukundan sir. Hmm.
Hmm. So after
So,
watching his
okay,
videos, then I got
hmm. Okay,
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 tell
go
me
ahead,
what
go ahead.
happened.
Okay, so
Yes,
go ahead.
after
I'm listening.
watching his video, then I got to realize that we have to speak like a correct and like a very calm way. When you speak something, then you have to speak correct English, which people can understand. We know how need to pretend like we know advanced vocabulary, we know advanced things. Like we have need to learn all the things just for understanding, not for like pretending. No, no, no. If we can use like advanced vocabulary, then I can be better from someone's. No, like we are
Hmm.
better if we know some for understanding. Yeah.
Hmm. Right.
Mhm.
And I have seen when he speaks, when Swami Mukundanand ji speaks, so he speaks in very calm way. When he speaks, he takes a proper pause.
Mhm. Hello.